Hello and welcome to this video from YourSix. In this video we're going to discuss device groups, what they are, why they are important, their alert states, and their relevance in video monitoring scenarios. So let's start by defining what a device group is. A device group is a set of devices that are grouped together. As you can see in this image to the right, the devices covering the areas have been grouped into zones. A group normally corresponds to devices in a particular area of a property, for example, your lobby, warehouse area, or by floors. The number of groups depends on your needs and the size of your property. A few important notes. First, there is no limitations on the number of devices in a device group. You could have 1 or 50. Second, there are no limitations on number of device groups at a site. Lastly, each device group can be set to its own unique state, which we will cover in a minute. Additionally, each device group can have its own unique schedule, which is set up through the notifications. Device groups allow an authorized individual to control the state of the group or zone. This is called the device group's alert state. The state of the device group will control whether event notifications or alarms will be sent from YourSixOS. This could be something like a person or vehicle being detected. Please view our video on notifications for a deep dive on this topic. There are 3 states a device group can be in. First is armed. In an armed state, notifications or alarms will be sent, ignoring the schedule that is set up in the notification. If the site utilizes a central monitoring station, then the monitoring agent will be notified of the event. Next is disarmed. In a disarmed state, notifications will not be sent, ignoring the schedule set up in the notification. If the site is utilizing a central monitoring station in this scenario, then the monitoring agent will not be notified of the event. Lastly is schedule, also can be referred to as neutral. In the schedule state, the platform will send notifications based on the schedule set up in the notification. For example, if the notification, when set up using device groups, has a schedule that is set up from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m., the notifications will be sent during that time. If the site is utilizing a central monitoring station, then the monitoring agent will be notified of events when the schedule is set up. One important note, when changing the alert state to disarmed or armed for a certain period of time, the alert state must be changed back to schedule manually, or it will stay in that state. There is not a timeout or automatic rearm or disarm. The alert state can be controlled via the browser or the mobile application. It is represented by a lock icon. In the browser, it is located in the upper right corner of the screen, and in the mobile application, it is located along the bottom of the application. In both scenarios, users can change each device group individually, or utilizing the quick controls, you can change the state of all of the device groups at the site at once. It is also important to note that the ability to control a device group state is dependent on the scopes and permissions a user has in the platform. Now let's talk through a few examples. First, let's say a cleaning crew comes and cleans the site after hours. Typically, the site may be in a schedule state, which means notifications will be sent based on the schedule set up in the notifications. As the cleaning crew arrives, an authorized individual can change the state to a disarmed state, allowing the crew to do their job. Then when they leave, the user can set the state back to schedule, which would then send notifications based on the schedule setup. The second example, let's say the owner of a company is working late, so he changes the state from schedule to disarm. Then when he leaves, he changes it back to schedule. Lastly is a different type of example that focuses more on schedules themselves. Let's say a group of individuals works late in your warehouse area, but the office staff works an earlier shift. In this scenario, you should create two separate notifications. One that has a schedule for the office and utilizes the office device group or groups, and a separate notification that is built using the warehouse device groups and is built around their schedule. If you would like to see how device groups and notifications are set up in YourSixOS, please watch our videos on those two topics. Thank you for watching.